Hello everyone and welcome. This is a very different reading and recording for me. I began this recording on Good Friday when I did several recordings, and this recording, when I went into it, I had so much resistance within myself that I actually stopped the recording. The message was very difficult to bring through, and I'm even having a hard time speaking now as I'm bringing this. So I am going to insert the reading that I did, and then I will continue when it gets to the spot, so you'll see my clothes change. When it gets to the spot of where I left off, and you will hear the explanation. So please go all the way through the entire reading so that you don't miss anything. Welcome, beautiful collective. Thank you for joining me here today. I'm going to do some scrying and some channeling, which I do channeling with cards anyway, but I am guided to use these and to do it. It feels like there's messages that are really wanting to come through for the collective today. Okay, this wants to stay here today, so it's going to stay here today. So let's see. Okay, I'm seeing two faces, okay, and I turned it this way, which I don't typically do. I typically bring the scrolls out in this way, but I'm seeing face to face, like it's very clear to me, you know, the shape of the face here. Something being spoken of here. See what else comes out. This is my open heart or transformation card. Like, it almost looks like a butterfly or an open heart. I'm hearing trust your heart. It feels like, and now this has morphed into another being in here. Somebody in between here. It feels like you're going to be meeting somebody new. Somebody new is going to be entering your life that is going to bring you, I don't know, it feels like new ideas or fresh energy or something like that that is coming in with it. Something about a meeting of the minds that together you will create something or become something like that. Yeah, like like something new forming, like whereas alone you were kind of the caterpillars and together you're the butterfly. That transformational, higher perspective energy is what I'm seeing with this. Yeah, rebirth. This is a catalyst for you. This is a catalyst. You are going to receive some kind of surge of energy from someone that is going to set some things in motion, that is going to open you up to some new abilities, a new project, a new relationship, something like that, where something is coming together for you to be able to create something entirely new. And it can even be something that is created from something that you thought no longer existed. So you might have given up on it. It almost feels like it could have been something you tried to create before and you kind of gave up on it, and now it's being revitalized almost. There is some new aspect or something that is coming in with this that is bringing it new life, new vitality. You have received some kind of divine communication that has brought it to a new level. Something has been injected within it that is creating something new. And it's interesting because this looks like a womb to me. You know, the uterus in the center here. And the fallopian tubes. One here is not fully connected. The other one is. These are random. I'm hearing like bloodline, royal blood, blood of my blood. New life. Some kind of creation. I'm just going to tap in at a deeper level. They keep bringing me up, so I feel like they want me to tap in at a deeper level here. As I'm looking at these, this almost looks like a mask has been worn on these two faces here. It's like there's a mask, and the mask needs to come off to form this butterfly. And as I look at this in between here is looking like a butterfly now. Like the two sides of the butterfly coming together. As these masks come off, like it's like this is coming together in the center there. You see the butterfly, and that's coming together to become the butterfly, the transformation. It's like there has been a mask worn by these people, whoever it is, these two people, these two beings in whatever form it is, that is now taken off, and together they are able to, create this new energy, this rebirth. Feels like an ancestral energy that is coming through, and it feels like this ancestral energy has okay, that's fascinating. I'm seeing sexual encounters here, and I'm sorry if that is offensive to some people, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing sexual encounters here. So there is something about the bloodline that they talked about, the bloodline, the raw bloodline, or something about the purity of the bloodline coming back together, or realizing the purity of the bloodline, or recognizing when the masks are off, recognizing that. It's like it was tainted in some way. This is a pretty in-depth type of message. But I have to tell you what I'm shown, what I'm given. And that's what I see. It's like there needs to be a taking off of the mask, of hiding. It's like this has something to do with sexuality, genealogy. It's like, I don't even like to bring this kind of messages, but it's like your DNA was targeted. Your DNA was targeted to reproduce your level of being, or your, how do I even say that? You know how they've done so much testing on different things, and they want the best of everything, and it's kind of what they try to do with you and your genealogy, is they try to get it to mix it with theirs in order to make them better, and it actually put you into hiding because of the fear. This is a really strange reading. There's something that wants to be channeled through, and for some reason my body is, or my mind or something, is having a really difficult time in allowing the energy to come through. When this happens, it is typically something that hits me on a very personal level, something within my lineage somehow, on either side of that coin, because I have walked through darkness as well. So I have experienced those things as well. And we have had to experience them as the victim and as, the perpetrator kind of thing, in order for us to be able to learn both sides of that, in order for us to understand it, in order for us to conquer it. So there is something that is coming in with this that has to do with a lineage, the purity of the DNA that is wanting to come through. I'm just going to take a drink of water. I'm not sure where they want me to go with this. Something else that they're bringing to me is that my art and my scrolls and things that I put out, the cards you use, all of those things, they all are activators within our DNA. So when we look at them, there are light codes that are sitting within them that activate us. So even as you are seeing this, you may become activated to something within you. This is bringing out as well something about the witch wound. You were marked a witch because of your abilities. Those that did not understand it, you were marked a witch. Branded, so to speak. Okay, Spirit, there's something more with this because I do not want to deliver this 144. Here I am back. When I stopped that reading, I had a channeling that came through about Jesus. And I felt so much resistance about the channeling. And they spoke about how we were celebrating Easter as per the crucifixion of Christ, and how Christ rising in energy, and how a lot of that was misunderstood, that he rose within a human body when he did not in fact rise within a human body. He rose within his energetic body. And part of what came through within this reading, and I believe that the reason the Christ energy came through was because this was the period in which you began to hide yourself. Each and every time that you brought out your spirituality, your ability to connect, something happened, like the crucifixion of Christ. And these things have happened over and over again. And in the first part of the reading, they brought forward testing within DNA or something to that effect. I would have to listen to the entire reading again. I listened to it yesterday, and I'm not going back to listen to it today until I have it in its fullness here. But they're telling me that I'm going to complete this reading. And I have incredible resistance to this because of being a part of that line of DNA that was tested upon, that lineage. And you're here listening to this because you are part of that lineage as well. Something else that I have been told is that through channeling, and you will notice how my voice, and I've noticed this, and I ask Spirit, what is going on with my voice? Because as I am channeling, I notice that my voice it's almost robotic, and it has pauses and things like that in it, and I'm like, why am I speaking like that? And it's because of interpreting that energy in between. And what they're saying is not to remove those pauses within there, because those pauses hold energy, energetic connections that are reaching in order to light up DNA coding within us that has been laying dormant, encapsulated because of our fear, because of hiding, because of the things that happened within lifetimes when we revealed our gifts. the things that happen to us, the things that people wanted to test, and like, why are they able to predict the future? Like, I feel like there's a lot of seers that are within here, and seers were really considered, you know, if they weren't believed within a tribe, they were really considered to be witches, and were burned or had their head chopped off or different things like that. And those are the kind of things that we are currently healing right now in this new level of energy that they've spoken about on my other channel that is coming through. So there is a lot of resistance because of when we look at certain energies, we think that it is a complete energy of love. Like, for example, the Christ energy, and Christ does represent the energy of love. Please don't misinterpret what I'm saying here. But Christ was here to transmute the darkness as well. So he had to walk within that darkness, within that shadow. And he dealt with a lot of people within that shadow energy in order to transmute it. That was part of the purpose of him being here. So what I want to find out here from the divine, because of this, like this is a taking off of the mask. This is about you beginning to reveal your truth without fear. And what I want to ask is, how are we doing that? How are we revealing ourselves without the fear of being, well, crucified? And, you know, whether it be literally or, you know, within people's words, rejected, abandoned, discarded, all of those things that we have experienced for coming into our gifts. And we've experienced these within past lives. We've even experienced this within this lifetime with being shunned, with being rejected. And, you know, if people are rejecting you, you don't really want them in your life anyway. You know, we have held the masks that are represented here to cover ourselves up because of fear. And interestingly enough, you guys, when I looked at this, you know, within my channeling, this mask is coming together to create this. And look at the you know, connection that is here, the antennae that is here, how this is opening up for you to be able to receive again on a really high level. This is talking to me about that connection, that two-way connection. And within here, like, I'm seeing this as a complete face, you know, being able to connect, and it really feels like that Egyptian energy, you know, the Egyptian headdress that they had on. And that's what this is representing to me, that you're coming back into that. So what I want to find out is, how are we revealing ourselves? How are we finding safety? How are we attracting our soul tribe where we are safe, where we feel safe to reveal ourselves at that level? Okay, that's interesting. They're telling me to remove the swatches, and that I'm actually going to do a tarot reading. The Celtic Cross is what they're telling me, because they said it will reveal more of a story for me. Okay, it will reveal more. Okay. They want me to use the Starman Tarot. I feel a little bit nervous in doing that, because I mean, I have a connection to this, but it's a really powerful cosmic connection to this, whereas the other deck that I just had, I feel a really physical connection to it here, like within the physical world. But apparently this is a cosmic, some kind of a cosmic. So how are we going to be able to connect to this energy to be able to bring forward familiarity for us? Okay. One more. There it is. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. So the underlying energy that is sitting here is everything you're looking for, everything you're seeking, which is what we are wanting currently. 10:01, as I looked at the timer as well. And this is a 10 of Pentacles. So this is really talking to me about fulfillment. So I mean, I think we're on the right path here as far as what we're looking at today. So let's see oh my God, Starman. This is the Magician. This is about you creating. You create your world. Okay? What is holding you back? Oh my God. Intuition. The High Priestess. 1-2. Isn't that fascinating? The High Priestess. And the High Priestess is mystery. She is connection. So what is holding you back is not knowing. Not knowing what is waiting there. Well, not knowing is the journey. That is the journey. You can manifest anything that you want. So you don't know what to manifest. So what you want to look at manifesting is joy, happiness, love. How can I serve? How do we move forward? We move forward in that energy of not knowing, of mystery. Okay? And then we have at the root, Prince of Pentacles. Soul movement. Yeah, you've been sitting in this position for a while. Oh my goodness, they're pounding at something over here. So many distractions. Seven of Wands, you've had to stand up for yourself. That's what this card always talks to me about, is being able to stand up for yourself, rising above. And you can see within this card how this being is climbing above, to be able to see things from a higher perspective. Yeah, pain. Three of Swords. Betrayal. You're worried about betrayal again, happening again. You know, with slow movement, not being able to move forward. You're not trusting the manifestation that you're holding. You're not trusting your intuition. Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords was like this. So the Queen of Swords talks about, you know, clarity in speech. This is telling me that you are worried about what you have to say again because of what has happened to you previously. Let's see what else we've got here with your energy. Six of Swords is about moving away from something, moving into a better energy. Look at that. There's the mask. And we had the masks that I talked about in the first part of the reading. This is about moving into calmer waters. I feel like there's something that you haven't been saying with this Queen of Swords here that you're going to speak up. And this is what, like, we ask Spirit, how do we move into this energy? We move into this energy by being honest. And this is what you have been holding back. And they're also saying by being able to understand your own intuition of when to speak and when not to. The Queen of Swords likes to talk a lot. And sometimes she talks about things that she really shouldn't. You know, she should keep a secret, which is what the High Priestess does. She's able to keep a secret. And that's what this is talking to me about. This is about knowing when to speak up. It's like not arguing with people about their belief, not trying to get people to believe you. It doesn't matter what they believe. It only matters what you believe. Holding on to your own beliefs. Now, if you do a channel like I do on YouTube, yes, you can come on here. But if people make comments towards you that they're like, oh, you're crazy or you're this, you have to just accept that that's their belief. That's their belief. It doesn't make it true. Just because they've written it doesn't make it true. Okay? So this is about, you know, being able to stand up for yourself in the right way. Being able to stand up for yourself regardless if others believe it or not. This is your truth. You must honor your truth. I'm going to put this Ten of Pentacles here. Oh my goodness. Six of Wands. This is victory. You have people around you that are with you. You have a team that is with you, and that's what they're saying. Like, you can manifest what you want. This is, and I mean 6-6. Balance. King of Wands. This is what you're afraid of, and it was in reverse like this. And the King of Wands in reverse is not a very nice person. Okay? So you're really concerned about that again as far as anger. People turning against you. You know, along with the angry words here. Okay? And it's interesting how we've got the feminine and the masculine both portrayed here, as well as here with the High Priestess and the Starman. Masculine and feminine. And then the best possible outcome is the Two of Pentacles. Balance. Choice. You always have a choice. This is really fascinating, what is coming out here, because they are basically saying that you're not going to know. But in order for you to reach this total joy, happiness, happy life, to have everything that you have wanted, you're going to have to trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. You're going to have to learn when to speak, when not to speak. You have to take a chance to balance your life. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. So let's see. So this is really about overcoming some old energy that has been stuck within you, within a blockage. Your fear of betrayal. But if we live in fear, we will never experience the good things either, because we have that fear of moving into anything. Language of light. This card has been coming out quite a bit, and it talks about rediscovery, humble wondering, and communication. Interesting how I laid it down beneath the Queen of Swords that is all about communication, but she's in reverse. Humble communication, humble wanderer. This is about knowing when to speak. This is about not trying to convince others, about arguing your point. Just say what needs to be said and leave it. Doesn't matter if they believe. You've planted the seed. All you have to do is plant the seed. And on the bottom of the deck here, we have past life. And exactly, a cultural experience. It is behind you, progression. And this is what they were talking about in the very first part of the reading, that you have experienced some really negative things within a past life that has held you back within a fear of being able to move forward. And I felt so much resistance within that reading. I don't think I've ever felt a resistance like that before, to be able to complete a reading, to not be able to. And they told me I had to come on and complete that reading, that it is a really, really important message that has to come out for you guys. And each time I've been looking up here, I have been seeing numbers reversed, like 1551, 1818, so double numbers, or numbers reversed, or those kinds of things. So you are receiving a lot of synchronicities within numerologies. Okay, so really pay attention to that, is what they are saying as well. So I'm just going to, what am I clarifying with this? This is my clarifying deck. What am I clarifying? What I'm hearing is it's okay to be seen. It's okay to be seen, and it's okay to be heard. This is partly talking about as well the fear of speaking. The fear of speaking. And that is wanting to be overcome. Okay, so yeah, yeah, something has happened within the throat here as well for a lot of you. Okay, what is the balance? What is the choice? I feel like this is balance, but I also feel like it's choice. So let's see what we've got here. Daughter of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Sun. Oh my God, you guys. You know, they're really asking you and saying, like the Daughter of Wands is somebody that's very creative and inspiring. You know, you have that ability to choose to inspire others, or you can hide within this worry, right? But you have protection with the divine. And I said you have lots of people around you that are helping you as well. And it feels like that with this, you know, with the Six of Wands, that energy is around you. And that the sun is about the divine shining down upon you. And you have a choice to have it shine down for you to be inspiring, or you can sit in that worry, that neglect, that, you know, poor me, or I don't want to speak, right? They're saying take a chance. Take a chance to move into that energies. Okay, and we've got like the Ten of Pentacles here, which represents everything that we want. What are we talking about? Can we get more detail perhaps on this Ten of Pentacles? We've got Judgment on the bottom as well, and that talks about an awakening to the truth of the self. So what is the Ten of Pentacles? So just a little bit more. Okay. The Five of Pentacles talks about lack, and the Ace of, and then we've got the Ace of Swords, which is clarity. So this is really talking about moving out of that state of lack. That state of lack is not who you are at all. This is talking to me about cutting those beliefs, because this is all about belief. This is about the mind. We've got the mind sitting here, you know, within that sword energy. Okay, everyone, this is your 2121. I'm telling you, double digits, mirrored digits, all of those things are bringing you so many messages right now. So thank you for listening to me today, for supporting me, and thank you for everything that you have done in the past and that you are moving into in the future as well. You are very appreciated and honored here, allowing your team to move into that energy. I mean, the Magician and the High Priestess, come on, you can't get any more magical than that. All right, beautiful souls. Excuse me. Until next time, please remember to let love be your guide.